Okay, Ian, here's my rhododendrons. First thing in the morning. They're coming back. Well, some are coming back. There's 3 that are kind of the big concern here. This one here is mostly dead. It now has this little guy here that's alive. I think that's the extent of the life on this thing, and the rest of it is about like this. Oh, I'm gonna do what you did to my talpa tree. Ooh, that doesn't look good. I don't know, man. That one didn't break. You know what, Ian? Another thing I didn't think of till just now. These are right on the sidewalk. In the wintertime, the Lisbon Falls has this snow blower, and they snow blow onto the bushes right there, and then they salt behind what they just snow blowed, so they clear the walkways. So they're blowing salt onto the rhododendrons all winter long. Then come springtime, they're covered in salt. I'm sure that's not good. I don't know. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe not. I don't know. At any rate, so this is my lawn area. This right here is where the dumpster came in. And I seeded this and watered it, covered it in straw, and it's just never come back. That was in 2018 when this happened. And then over here, I had a pile of lumber. And then out there, right there, was another pile of lumber. So, again, I don't know what's going on. And over here, this weird patch right here, there were trees, like, I don't know, alders or something coming up. And I just cut them all down, and it was all just bare, you know, I ripped the roots up, and it was all just bare soil. And then I seeded that, and you can see it has clumps of new grass. It doesn't have like, I mean, I seeded all of this, and I feel like the clumps of green grass are what I seeded and what's grown from what I seeded out back. Beginning of last year, I seeded this also. So you can see this arch. That was all blackberry briars, which weren't growing blackberries. I mean, they were like this tall. And it was just all thorns, and you couldn't do anything with that space. So I cut them all out, and then it was just bare soil and trash. Cleaned it all up, and I seeded it, strawed over it, watered it constantly, and again, like, it's coming up patchy, very much like out front. Another thing with the rhododendrons, this is where the rhododendrons were. Like, this is in the front of the house. So, the story I got was that the rhododendrons were just growing wild right here for over 15 years. And at one point, they had grown up to the power lines. It was just this massive thing. And then the homeowner came up from Massachusetts, cut them down flat, just like killed them all. And there's still some roots here left from where the homeowner cut them out. But then after the homeowner cut them down, then they grew back up to the size they are now, roughly. And they had just spread out, so they were all through here. They were just all through here. And so I took them and transplanted them. So there was this big semicircle, and it was all rhododendrons. And I moved them, transplanted them out to there. And that was last spring. However, there's been nothing growing in this section, which hasn't been suspicious till thinking about it just now, I guess. But like, why is nothing growing here? Like, this is over a year of vacant soil. You'd think there would be at least weeds. What's the best thing for me to do with this tree stump? Okay, so I cut this off to make shade for the garden. But I'm wondering, how should I cut this off? What's the best way for me to do this? Like, should I cut this off, like, right at the split here? Then come down? Should I just cut this off? Just continue this going down? And call it good? Should I leave it the way it is? Should I not be concerned? You know, I have this, I don't know, man. Here's my little garden. So we have our leafy greens, which are actually hanging in there pretty well. Here's another type of leafy greens, and I think those are some more leafy greens. I'm really not sure what this guy is. We're just gonna let him grow. He was already growing, so we just didn't take him out of the garden area. So we'll see what he is. Here's some onions, and I think these are more onions, which I was kind of excited about going crazy with. So, I mean, they're definitely not dead. Should I thin these out? I don't know. Okay, back in our greenhouse. These are all peppers. And then these three are eggplants. They're doing well. More peppers over here. It looks to me like they're just about ready to be transplanted. I guess that's kind of my question to you. What do you think? And then over here, we bought another seed tray. And these are, we planted a lot more corn because we lost it all. We planted squash and Swiss chard and spinach and beans and tomatoes. I think that's about it. But yeah, nothing's coming up yet. They're still coming.